Hey guys! Today I'm going to be doing a video about skincare. The reason I really wanted to do this video is because a while ago, one of my subscribers had suggested to me that I do a video about my foundation and concealer routine. While having a good foundation and concealer routine is very important, I feel it's just as equally important to have a good skincare routine. Because if you don't have a good skincare routine, you're going to end up using more and more foundation and concealer to cover up your facial imperfections. And these are things usually that can be fixed with a variety of products. So today I'm just going to show you what my skincare routine is. And, what I feel are some of the basics of skincare that pretty much everyone should follow. I just wanted to let you know before we really got into this that my skin type is combination, more towards the dry side. So that means I have an oily T-zone right through here, and I have a lot of dry patches on the other parts of my face. My biggest concerns are large pores and also redness. Because skincare is very, very personalized, so what I do for my skin isn't what you should be doing for your skin, depending on your concerns. So I just wanted to preface this with letting you guys know exactly what my concerns are for my skin and what each product does for me, so that if you have some of the same concerns, then maybe this can help point you in the right direction. But if not, please go and ask either a dermatologist or a skincare professional about what really would work best for you and your specific concerns. So the first step in my skincare routine, and I feel this is the most important part of my skincare routine, and you probably all could guess what it is, and it is to drink plenty of water every single day. Now, this is the water bottle that I use. This is just water inside of it. It's not really aloe water, used to be, which is delicious. But no, always have water on hand. Drinking juice and drinking sodas are not that great for your skin, especially if you're drinking dark sodas, because dark sodas can cause discoloration in your pigmentation on your skin and kind of make your skin look patchy. So if you're going to drink sodas, if you absolutely have to drink sodas, then go and drink, lighter colored sodas, Sprite, Serum, 7-Up. Any of those are better than drinking Coke and Pepsi products, which is really hard for me because I love Diet Coke so much. But yes, drink water. Most important thing you can do for your skin. So the next part of my skincare routine is that I wash my face twice a day, every single day. And to wash my face, what I use is the Philosophy Cleanser, and I also use my Clarisonic. And if you're wondering about the Clarisonic as to whether or not it really actually helps wash your face that much better, it does. I was so skeptical when I bought this product, and I have to say it is one of the things that has made the biggest difference in my face. Okay, so the next step in my skincare routine is that every day I use an exfoliator, and the exfoliator that I use is the Clinique 7-Day Scrub, and this is gentle enough that I can use it every single day. Certain exfoliators you can only use, say, twice a week or 3 times a week. You really have to check which product you're using as to what the directions are. If you don't want to go out and buy an exfoliator, a really cheap and simple trick to making your own is to just use sugar and water and then mix that together, not until the sugar is dissolved, obviously, and then you can just rub that on your face, and as long as you don't scrub too hard, you're not going to tear your pores open, and it's a really great cheap exfoliator that you can just make yourself. Okay, so once I finish washing my face and scrubbing it with my exfoliator, I then go and use the Hendriksen Collagen Boosting True Serum. And what this does, for me at least, is it really helps brighten my complexion. It makes my skin look much more awake than it normally does. And that's because vitamin C really helps brighten up your skin. Vitamin C also makes your skin more sensitive to the sunlight, so if you're going to use a vitamin C product, you really, really need to use sunscreen. I follow my True Serum with a toner. Now, I don't use the traditional American toner, which are more alcohol-based products and are really used as a second cleaning step in the skincare process. My skin is very, very dry usually, so this just irritates my skin. It makes my pores very large and this area through my face rather red, which is not what I'm going for. So what I use is the Shiseido Softener lotion. And now what this does for me is it's kind of like a pre-moisturizing step. So it gets my skin ready to be able to absorb all of the moisture from the moisturizers that I use. If my skin is really, really dry, especially if it's winter or even early spring, because the weather, I don't know what it's like around you guys, but the weather out here keeps on changing. It's beautiful one day and then snowing the next. So my skin is kind of just being thrown for a loop. So what I have been doing is using a pre-moisturizer other than my softener before I put on my day moisturizer. And I use the face finishing moisturizer, and it has to be one of my favorite products. What it does is it just really helps hydrate my skin. It makes it feel very, very smooth. It cuts down on my redness, and it also doesn't leave my skin feeling greasy. It's not very heavy. The consistency of this moisturizer is rather different than others. It feels much more like I don't know, I guess you could almost say it's kind of custardy, but it's really hard to describe. So, but if it's really, really dry, this is what I'll use to help just make sure there's moisture in my face. Okay, and finally during the day, I followed all up with my just basic Shiseido daily moisturizer, and this is more of a travel size container that I have. And the most important thing about this is it has an SPF of 15. And for your daily moisturizer, you really, really, really need an SPF. If you don't have any, you need to put sunscreen on afterwards, because you need to be able to protect yourself from the sun's UVA and UVB rays. And you're going to get those even if you're sitting inside of an office all day long. You know, you're going to get UV rays either way. And if you're not protecting yourself from UV rays, it's going to cause, you know, dehydration in your skin. It's going to cause fine lines and early signs of aging. So having a sunscreen is very, 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 very important. It's, you know, probably the second most important step other than drinking water, which is still the most important step to a skincare routine. Now during the day, the final step that I use is I use the White Lucent Shiseido Brightening Eye Cream. And what this does for me, I just take it on my finger, and you only need a little tiny amount, and then I pat it in right around this area of my eye. And it's not so much of an anti-aging eye cream or an age prevention eye cream. What this does is it helps brighten the area around my eye, so I don't have to wear as much concealer during the day. It really just hides my dark circle. A lot of people confuse the difference between brightening and whitening, and this is a brightener. So what that does is it's just going to make this area look lighter. It's not going to actually bleach your skin. So what this does is it really helps me be able to go outside without having to put on concealers for my dark circles, which I don't feel are too bad, but at the same time, you know, I'm not a huge fan of concealer and foundation. So if I don't have to wear it, it makes me a lot happier. So in the evening, really the only big difference between what I do in the morning and what I do at night is that I'll use these two products. This one is just a basic moisturizer. You know, instead of having to use a moisturizer with an SPF, this is just, you know, what you can throw on at night. You can go out and get a night cream moisturizer if you want to, but basically the biggest difference between a day moisturizer and a night moisturizer is that a night moisturizer can be heavier, and it usually doesn't have an SPF to it because you're not going to be going outside at night. You're going to be sleeping in your bed. The other product that I use at night is this Invigorating Night Gel. And what this does is it helps tighten your pores as well as get rid of blemishes. So it can feel a little bit tingly when you put it on, but for me it works pretty well because my pores are rather large, and I've noticed that there's definitely been a difference in size between when I wasn't using this product and since I started to use it. So the last thing that I use at night is, instead of my Shiseido's Bright Lucent Eye Cream, I use Benefiance It's Potent Eye Cream, which I actually just recently got. And what this one does, instead of having, you know, something that brightens up my under eye area, because I don't need that at night because I'm going to go to sleep, this is supposed to help with preventing any fine lines around the eye, and it's just a good moisturizer for your eye. So the last step, my skincare routine, and I only do this about once a week, or if, you know, I have an event coming up and I need to look really, really great, is I will use the Shiseido's Benefiance Pure Retinol Eye Masks. And what this does is, if you're having a week where, you know, you're tired and you're not sleeping well and you have a lot of stress, you know, where it's at the point where people are sort of coming up to you and be like, are you okay? You don't look so well. Then I'll use these. And what these really do is they help brighten up the under eye area, and they also kind of perk it up just a little bit, because for me at least, when I'm tired and stressed, this area starts to look darker, it looks kind of baggy, I can see more little fine lines starting to form. And I put this on, you know, leave it on for 15 minutes, and I look like, you know, I've been sleeping and that everything's perfect. They really do make such a difference. So that's my, you know, typical skincare routine on a daily basis. And you know, one of the final points I really want to make is that consistency is just as important as actually having a skincare routine. You know, you can go and buy the nicest products in the world, but if you don't use them on a regular basis, they're not going to be able to really do what they were intended to do. So just try to keep it consistent. You know, I'd love to know what you guys use for your skincare routine, so if you guys just want to comment below and let me know what you guys think is the most important thing in skincare, or you know, if you have any questions about skincare, just let me know and I will be glad to answer them. Also, if you'd like to see a full review on any of the products that I've mentioned today, just let me know and I will try to get that up as soon as possible. This video is already probably running long, so I just didn't have time to do that. But anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this video. Thanks so much for watching.